So you want or need an E200LS Alpine Air Jet system, but you don't know which software level to use. Well, in this video, we're going to be breaking down the differences in the software in detail so you can make the right decision. Stick around. Hi, I'm Sam and I'm the sales manager of engineered products here at WS Tyler. Here at WS Tyler, we understand the importance of having a particle analysis system that's tailored to your specific needs. And we have the know-how to point you in the right direction. To give you a better understanding of the software that controls the Alpine, we're going to be reviewing the software levels, their cost, and what you can expect if you switch levels. Let's get started. The E200LS Alpine Air Jet Sieve has 4 different software levels that you can choose from: the Lite, Basic, Ultimate, and Security, each one having unique properties to fit your specific needs. Now with the Lite, you're going to have the most stripped down, bare bones version of software that you can use. There's no internal regulation of air pressure. There's a valve instead that you use to turn and manipulate how much air is getting into the instrument. There's also no user logins. You just press a play button, set a timer, and it reads out the air pressure that is being put through the machine. There's no internal recording with the Lite. All the data that you receive, you have to write down pen and paper. And then from there, if you need to enter it into a system via Excel, whatever it may be, you have to do that manually. The Lite costs about $9,000. The Basic is going to allow manual sieving, which allows you to go in with your username and run a test based on parameters you select in the menu. You're going to get a little bit more functionality, so for example, you will have user logins. You'll be able to create SOPs, which are essentially parameters for the tests that you want to run, based on what material you're running. You can enter the pressure because it's internally regulated at this point, there's no valve. You can enter the time, you can enter the amount of sieves that you're running, and it's gonna walk your operators through the steps. So let's say you start with 150 mesh, and then you go down to 100 mesh, and then you keep going down. It's gonna walk them through so they can't make any mistakes. Also, what aids in that is the RFID sieves. Now, the E200LS has an RFID reader, and the sieves are unique because they're RFID tagged. What that means is if your operator has let's go with 100 mesh sieve again, and they need to use that for the test, but they take their 150 mesh RFID sieve and they put it in the instrument, it's gonna flag it and not allow them to run that test until they put the right sieve there. Also, you're gonna be able to hook it up to a balance, you're gonna be able to hook it up to a printer, and you're gonna be able to get those tests saved and stored internally, or you can use a USB to pull those off and then put them directly onto a computer. You're gonna get charts, but you're not gonna get histograms on those charts, just the raw data like you would record with pen and paper. The E200LS Basic runs at about $11,000 to $12,000. The Ultimate is gonna be the next level of software. It's gonna give you a little bit more functionality. So, for example, it's gonna give you the option to use SOPs when running tests, so you don't have to manually select everything. It's also going to allow you to back everything up onto a network. All your test data can be saved on a drive. It's also going to give you a little bit more personalization in the menu, what you select, the units, and so on and so forth, just a little bit more than the Basic. The Ultimate's going to come in at around $14,000 to $15,000. The last level of software is Security, and this is only for very specific customers who have very specific needs. For example, if you need to be CFR 21 Part 11 compliant. Now that would apply to FDA regulated foods, that would apply to pharmaceutical materials. The Security is much like the Ultimate in terms of its functionality. The big differences are going to be that it allows you to have multiple different levels of users. So that whoever's running the lab or running the operation is going to be able to create lower tier users who don't have any opportunity to change anything on the instrument, and have to log in and electrically sign every single thing that they do. All of these electronically signed tests and results are going to be audit trailed, backed up onto a network. There's a couple things that you need if you're going to have a Security. You need to have network access because everything has to be backlogged and audit trailed. You need to complete some kind of IQ/OQ, or installation qualification, operation qualification. We will go on site with the lab operator, with whoever needs to be there, and we will run through that entire IQ/OQ list, sign everything off, date everything, and it'll all be initialed and signed by whoever's installing and performing the IQOQ and whoever's operating the lab. The security costs between $19,000 and $20,000. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like more information on woven wire mesh or our many other products, we have a learning center filled with written and video content designed to help you become an expert. Just click the link in the description below. And hey, don't forget to click the subscribe button and ring the bell so you can keep up with all things WS Tyler. Once again, I'm Sam Badger. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.